Hello everyone, happy Wednesday, welcome back to my channel. Today I bring a very different type of video. It's a spill video. I've never done one of these in my channel. I don't know what you guys think. Do you like this type of videos? You prefer the ones where, I am building live while I am commenting? I just thought that, this could be something different to show and maybe you all also enjoy it, so let's see where this goes. I am building with a reference, so this is the reference. I really like this house. The thing that attracted me the most to this house is the porch and also how it has this very classic look, but it's at the same time quite modern, and also that second floor sticking out of the roof. I thought, would I be able to build that in The Sims? And I am not the best builder, and I don't claim to be the best builder. And it was a bit of a challenge, as you can see, but I managed, and I'm actually quite happy with the result. I did decided to add this extra space in the back, just to make sure I had enough room for 2 rooms, 1 bathroom. So there's actually people living in this house. Is the sheep family. So the sheep family is Stefano, Georgina, Fer, and Lucas. Lucas is the dog. Stefano and Georgina, they work really hard in their life, and they decided to leave the city, buy this little house in Brindleton Bay, and move there and retire, really. So they're adults, but they've retired, which is great. And they've moved there with his son Fer, who is not really happy to have moved there, I think. I did struggle a little bit finding windows to match kind of like the vibe of the house. I feel like all the windows in the game are either really classic or very minimalistic modern, and I wanted the windows to be as close as the reference as possible. Especially these shutters, I think I ended up removing them or leaving them. I didn't know what to do with them. I thought like, they look a bit too rustic for the vibe of the house, but overall, I am happy with how it came out. I also did this for the first time when you add this kind of like roof in the porch with the wooden things. I'm quite happy because I keep trying new things, and I don't think I used to do this before when I didn't have a YouTube channel. I used to just do what felt comfortable and safe, and I knew it worked. While now I see myself really trying hard to do different things that, before I wouldn't even attempt to. Another thing that I did that you will see in a moment is I added a chimney. I thought like the house will really benefit to have that kind of difference when you look at it from the side. I feel like right now I was looking just too classic and safe. Giving them access to the second floor was such a trip. I really didn't know what to do. In my head, I was gonna use a staircase, but I ended up using a ladder, and I managed to kind of like create a fake column, as you can see there, and I thought, how can I make this work inside the house? So I ended up building like a costume chimney, and I'm actually quite happy with how it came out. And I thought, you know what, this will be cool, and I could also have like a full library in the living room. So the trait of the Fer family, and this trait that is shared by all of them, is that they are party animals, the 3 of them. So that kind of like informs how I've decorated the house. It's not like it's a super party place, but the living room is quite spacious, and I think like they are going to have great parties in there. I wanted the house inside to be very similar to the outside, kind of like modern, but also classic in a way. So because the shape is very classic, right? Like the shape of the house, the windows, the rooms, the architecture. But then the finishings, I feel like they are more in the modern side, not like super modern, but modern enough. I've also used this for the first time, which again, never done from Eco Lifestyle, this kind of like wood panels on the wall. And I love it. I think it really worked at the end, the inside. I had to do that there before I even finished the outside, because I was like, I need to understand that ladder is going to work with the chimney. So I finished that off, and then I went outside and I did the finishing touches for the porch, the house. I wanted to look, very finished and with a lot of details. I wanted the colors to be right. And I think this kind of like white house with wooden features for the windows, the doors, the columns. I think that it looks really warm and inviting and easy to the eye. Like, this is a house I will totally play with. And then I went and I started decorating the inside. Again, keeping in mind that it is kind of like a modern but minimalistic, not too cluttered, but lived in. And, you know, a place where people that like to have a party and guests over are going to live. So for the kitchen, I use the new Chef Hassel pack. Well, it's not new anymore, is it? I feel like we keep calling it the new pack, but it's not new. It's been around for a while. I tried using the decoration pack kitchen, but it just never works. I just hate that you cannot put the oven underneath the cooking area. So I went for the Chef Hassel ones that I think they work really well. I also chose that really cool window from Eco Lifestyle, and I think it works perfectly in that space. Like, I can imagine myself washing the dishes there and just looking at the outside. Because another thing that I loved from the reference was that the house is surrounded by green, but it still doesn't feel like a cabin or something like that. So I love that. I ended up putting these shelves, which, to be honest, hate them. The fact that the swatch is different from the shelves of the same pack is kind of frustrating. I think it is a lighting problem, and I hope they will fix that in a patch, but we'll see. And then I decided to put an island and a couple of stools. I thought that was, you know, that looked kind of perfect. And then the trick of every kitchen in The Sims 4 is to fill it up with a lot of clutter and make it look like busy, like lived in, but always leave a counter for the Sims to cook, because otherwise it's very difficult. Another thing that I love and I'm putting in all of my new builds is the kettle. I think the kettle is... I never thought I will not use a coffee machine, because I am a coffee drinker. I love coffee. I need to drink coffee. I drink coffee every single morning and every single afternoon. And for me to put a coffee machine is like, otherwise I wouldn't live in this house. But with the kettle, you know what? It just works and it does everything that you need to do. I also love the new steam cooker. I think that's like really fun and it's a great feature, and there is a lot of new recipes. And you know, you'll see me using curtains around this build, but you know, always very frustrated. Curtains in The Sims 4 are terrible. I don't like the fact that you cannot open or close them. The swatches are horrible and they don't match anything. I ended up using this one, which I think works quite well, and just a few more details here and there. Overall, I really quite like this kitchen. Another reason for me to do this video like this with a speed build is because I built this over a few lives in TikTok. So I've recently managed to get 1,000 subscribers in TikTok, and that allows me to go live. So I've been trying live gaming in TikTok, and that's been quite fun. Oh, let me say something about this. You know, I love this kind of built-in wardrobes, but they always leave that kind of like extra space in the room. And I think it's great if you have a bathroom on the other side, because you can use those two squares to either put a bathtub or to do like a walk-in shower. And I think this works every single time, because there is a lot of times, I don't know, at least in my builds, there is a lot of times that there is a bathroom next to a bedroom, so it kind of like always works this trick. Anyway, as I was saying, this is the chimney that I decided to build outside. That way the house has a bit more like an interesting shape from the outside. And as I was saying before that, TikTok has just allowed me to go live because I reached 1,000 followers, and that's quite cool. I'm enjoying it. I do it very casually, like I just go live maybe during the week and I'm building or even playing in my own time, not like for my let's play on YouTube or anything, and it's been okay. But I am not sure it's the right platform to really live stream gameplay. So I don't know what you guys think. I would love if you tell me your opinion. Do you guys watch people playing live in TikTok? What about Twitch? Like, do you watch Twitch? Because that's another thing. I was talking to Angel, and they suggested that I should maybe do Twitch. That is a platform, and that's true, it's a platform that is very well established for gamers, and I wouldn't mind, to be honest. I think it could be fun, but I don't know how you guys feel. Do you prefer YouTube? Do you prefer Twitch? Do you do both? Do you do TikTok at all? Like, do you watch people playing video games in TikTok? Anyway, let me know how you feel about it, and I might start doing that. So the room, as you can see, the room is very blue. I use a lot of the interior home decorator pack. I always go back to that one for like bedside tables, chairs. I really like the look of it. It's very Scandi, very IKEA. I hate those curtains. I just don't like them. I don't feel like they fit anywhere, but I couldn't find any other that will do the trick here, so I had to go for those ones. And again, I'm putting a lot of clutter, just like some jewelry, soap for the bathroom, a shaver. I just want to feel like there is someone there. For the bathroom and for a lot of the house, I went with a lot of beige, as you can see. Oh, not my favorite color. I feel it's a bit dull in many occasions, but it's not something that I do usually. So I thought, okay, you know what? Try it. And I don't hate it, but it's not my favorite either. If I was to live in this house, I will probably love the living room and the kitchen. I will have to change that bedroom and the bathroom. For the living room, I thought I want to have a TV, and I thought I'm gonna put the TV on top of the chimney, but then I thought, no, you know what, it's quite big. I can create like this space where they have like a big sofa, a few small sofas, and then they can watch the television from there. It also took me a while to pick the right rug, but I'm actually quite happy with this. I feel like it's very angular, very geometric, but it works. And then I mixed this sofa from Eco Lifestyle with these chairs from, Interior Home Decorator, or whatever the name of that pack is. And I think they work quite well together. They actually look from the same pack. Other objects that I love are those plants from the Spooky pack. I don't remember the name of the Spooky pack right now. My god, I'm so bad with this. I'm so bad at this. I should have taken notes before. The one where you can become like a medium and things like that. I really love how cool those plants are and how big they are. And actually, if you're having trouble to place them, you can size them down and they work so well. Like, you can put them in so many more places if you size down those plants. And then, just some stuff for the living, some magazines, video game station, a few lamps here and there, and that beautiful radio player. Oh yes, another thing I did in this build is to have a round table, which I don't usually. I usually have square tables, and I'm so happy with this. I don't know why it looks so dark, but I swear all the chairs are the same color. I also must admit, I love that wine painting, and I use it in a lot of my builds. I feel like it's the perfect painting for a living room, because sometimes I use that big one with the eggs at the toes, but I'm feeling like it's a bit overwhelming, to walk inside a room and see that big egg coming for you. And then this is the area where I thought, like, what can I put in this corner? And I thought, you know what, they like a party, they need a bar. So I got them a bar, and then I didn't know what to put in the background. I think I ended up leaving the bottles, like the drinking bottles, fine. I tried many things. I wanted to do like a custom shelf, put different things, but then there are so many things that actually you can stick to these shelves. It just doesn't work. It's a bit annoying. Like, I could literally not find anything apart from a cat and some other small statue. And I thought, you know what, that's a bit annoying. No one wants to see that. So I ended up leaving the bottles. And then I went on the outside. I literally had forgotten about the second floor by this stage. So I went on, moved the house backwards, and decided that the whole garden was gonna be on the front, and this back area was going to be like a storage area, the place where they have the bikes, the rubbish, a few plants, not much. I just didn't really know what to do in the back of the house. So I just did this, and I ended up like putting a fence around it and creating the whole garden on the front. But all of this while I had forgotten about the second floor. So it was only when I was taking pictures for the thumbnail that I realized, oh, the second floor is empty. So after I'm done with the garden, you'll see that I go back to the top, to the second floor, and I create the room for Fair for the teenager. The room upstairs is actually like a teenager room. I mean, you'll see it later. I love this area. I thought like this is so cool. I love that it's just outside the kitchen, so I can imagine like making some salads and stuff like that in the inside while they're barbecuing on the outside, and then they're having lunch there. Love that chair. I will use the hell out of that chair, especially for reading books. I can imagine, getting up early, seeing the sunrise, sitting out there and just reading a book for hours. And then here I finally managed to use that beautiful big plant from the pack that I was talking about. I really like it. I think I really managed to capture the vibe of the reference picture that I saw you before, like with the few plants and the sitting area, the barbecue and everything else. And this is me going through debug for like 10 hours trying to find stuff to put outside, because I have this thing where I find that debug is better than the actual plants in the game. Before I had this mod, Better Build, and I loved it because it organized debug and it's great. But for some reason, every time I put the mod in my game, it kind of like messed up with the renting system since I installed for rent. It's just not working. Also, I decided to delete all the tiles and just use terrain paint because it just made more sense and it made it easier for me to kind of like match the back with the front. And for this area, I was gonna fill it up all with plants, but then I thought, you know what, these people like a party, so I think they might benefit from a pool. So I ended up doing like a pool area. It's not like really like a formal pool area like you will find in Del Sol Valley. It's just like a little pool surrounded by vegetation to have, a little swim every now and again. I haven't played in Brindleton Bay much, so I'm not really sure what the weather is like. I have the feeling that it rains quite a lot, so I'm not sure you can really use this many seasons. Like if you have a pool in Del Sol Valley, you can probably swim every month or every season, apart from, there's a fly here, go away. As I was saying, you can probably swim every season apart from winter, but here I am not sure. Anyway, and then here, I thought they probably can have some fruit trees that they're like easy to maintain. I don't think these people are much into gardening, but I think Brindleton Bay looks like the type of place when if you put a tree, it will just grow on its own. It will be green and nice and you'll have fruits in the right season. So I just put like, a cherry tree, an apple tree. Also, I love apple trees. Like, I think all the houses I have, they actually have an apple tree. And I love that. And then I finish off the outside with some terrain paint, just to give it a bit of depth. I do realize that those trees that are not grown, they look like pimples. And I thought that was quite funny. And yeah, so here is when I started to put lights around, just to take the pictures, and I realized, oh, the second floor is missing. So I went back and started doing the second floor. It is quite a small room. And I must say that I had to, when I was playing in the game, I realized that there were some problems with the pathfinding for the sim, so I did have to remove a few of the details I added, which is annoying. I'm not sure if the version on the, I make sure because I uploaded this to the gallery. The name is Dachshund Creek, which is the name of the lot. I will show you now. So basically, I think I'm gonna go into game and give you a little tour of the property and re-upload it to the gallery, because I think the one in the gallery right now, it hasn't been play tested. I thought it was gonna be fine, so I just uploaded it, but then I put some clutter underneath the bed, and I don't think the sim can actually sit and play video games, so I had to fix that. But yeah, we're getting to the end of this build, so let me jump into the game. Let's do a quick tour of the house and re-upload it to the gallery. So here we are in Brindleton Bay. This is the lot where I've built this, and this is the sheep family, and this is the finished house. As you can see, There is actually quite a bit of room around the pool, which is quite nice, and the afternoon sun is starting to hit the house, which make it look much prettier. This is the little fruit tree garden, and if you go through this path, you go to the back where they have like a few bikes, some clutter, and they also have some pots here to do some gardening if they want to. And this is the front porch. I think it looks quite nice. I thought about putting some plants around here, but then I thought, you know what, it doesn't need it. It's quite cute as it is. I definitely love this corner here. I think it's the perfect corner for a book reader. Oh look, Ferry's playing video games. Alright, so the first floor, you see you can enter through this door or this door, and you have the kitchen here. The kitchen is look at the dog. Lol. The kitchen is quite light and bright. I quite like it. I feel like it does feel modern, but also like very functional and full of things and life. This is the living room. Actually, I don't think I changed the color of that chair. Wow. How can I have missed that? Well, there it is. Yeah, that's much better. I think that's a very good corner for like a formal dining party. And then this is the living room with the fire on. I think overall it works quite well, and I love these fake columns. I think they do the job of creating this moment here with the fireplace. There is another reading corner here. They're party people, but they also like to read, obviously. And this is the, you know, a bit of a dancing area, a bit of like having some drinks. There is also the bedroom of the parents, not very big, and also the bathroom with the walk-in shower. Let me show you that. I think it works, you know, probably not the favorite bathroom that I've ever done. And then you have the second floor, which is the teenager room, just full of things, full of teenager things. And this is what I mean. I had to move that from the table, and I also had to remove the clutter I had put there because they couldn't access, or Fair couldn't access the computer, while now he can. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys like it. Let me upload this to the gallery. So it's called Dachshund's Creek, which is the name of the lot. So I thought that would be easier to find. And there it is. It should be in the gallery. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!